Hey, what's going on, strangers? Welcome to a very special episode of WwWd. This episode, it took me 2 years to make, and has nothing to do with the fact that it's Neil Peart. It has everything to do with my drum teacher. My drum teacher passed away about 2 years ago, and this was the last song that I got to perform for him. His son had reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to be at his 50th surprise birthday party, and I hadn't really seen Joe in a couple of years, but we kept in touch through text messaging. Joe had cancer. He had lung cancer. He wasn't doing too well, but he was starting to feel better. And his son Joey asked me if I wanted to come, so I came to the party. And while I was there, his band approached me and said, we're just saying some cool stuff, and we're like, hey, do you want to play a song with us? Now, I had met his band a couple years back when I was at Joe's house, and I got to sit in and jam with him like once or twice, just messing around, and it was fun. But I had never really played with these guys before, so I was like, sure, why not? And they were naming off a couple songs, like some AC/DC, and I was like, no. I was like, you guys know any Rush? I was like, let's play a Rush song. And they're like, Limelight? I was like, hell yeah. So without rehearsing with them, I went outside. Just, listen to it like 7 or 8 times, make sure that I got the parts right. And I went up there and played it. Now, I had one little flub, but, for not rehearsing with these guys and going up there, I think we did a friggin' amazing job on the song. And Joe came up to me afterwards and had all these nice things to say, and it was great to hear that from him. I started studying with Joe when I think I was like 6 or 7 years old. I've been playing drums a very long time, and I grew up with the guy who's basically like another family member, like an uncle. A very positive role model in my life, someone I can look up to and, just learn from and be mentored from. Like, he taught me how to be patient, when it came to learning stuff, because, drums is really hard. Drums takes time. So he taught me how to be patient. He also taught me how to harness the natural gift that I had. Like, I started playing drums technically when I was 5, because I would pull out cookie tins and play along to, like, the Beatles and Billy Joel and all that stuff, and I was keeping a beat to it. And I would throw in my own little fills here and there. My parents heard and decided, hey, let's see if this goes somewhere. So I got drum lessons for my birthday. I think I was like either 6 or 7 years old or something like that, and I hadn't stopped since. And I studied with Joe up until I was about 20, and he said that there was nothing more left to teach me, that he taught me everything he knew. And I thought that was really cool, because the guy, I remember that first time being a little kid, going into the studio and seeing this guy just rip it up on the drums. And then, when he passed away, his son reached out to me and asked me, and also his band, they asked me if I wanted to play drums in their band, in their original band, and play with Joe. They hadn't played the songs in a while. And I was like, okay. And I went and I did that, and it was really emotional for me, because he's a guy I look up to my entire life, and now I'm filling in for him. He's not here around anymore, and I'm playing with his band, and if his band, his kids, his family, everybody, his wife, everyone was saying how it sounded just like him and all that, and I just couldn't think of a better compliment. And it was just a lot to take on, and I'm so happy that I did it, because I was able to do his band and his songs some justice and give him the tribute that he deserves. And I've been wanting to do this since that barbecue, and every time I try to start it, I just could not finish it. I would get emotional, I'd start to get sad, I'd break down. I mean, I just got done tracking this. My drum tracks are still up on the monitor right behind you. There's the fourth wall right behind you on my monitor. My drum tracks are still there. I still have to edit them. And you know what? I don't care if they're perfect or not. I don't care if I made mistakes. I don't care that it's not the way Neil would have. I don't care. It's about my feel, and this is my tribute to a man who's meant more to me in my life than anybody has, because he gave me my identity. Music is who I identify as. Being a drummer is who I am. Being a musician is who I am. You know, I'm just starting to now branch off and start to write my own music. Just to experiment with it and realize that, hey, I can do this. But none of that would have ever been possible if it wasn't for Joe Lupo. So this is dedicated to you, Joe. Thank you and your family for everything you've ever done for me. And I miss you, man. Thank you, everyone, for checking out the show, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. I mean, what I did here is self-explanatory. I just played my mind. There's really not much to discuss. I miss you, man. Really wish I could talk to you one more time. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Have a great day.